Hey everyone, it's Super Robot Ed, and today we got more detailed pics and reveals from Hasbro of Kingdom Ultra Magnus, Kingdom Airrazor, and of course the very sought after Kingdom Beast Wars Dinobot. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to kind of rip into the first one, starting from the most least favorite, probably of the releases. It's going to be Kingdom Ultra Magnus. I gotta say right off the bat, it just doesn't look good to me. When I say don't look good, it doesn't look very much different than what came out. And it's kind of like the same thing they did, again, I said in my previous video with Earthrise Megatron. And you can see here, the vehicle mode almost looks worse than what we got with Siege. And I don't know if it's mistransformed or not, but we definitely did not get a car carrier. It almost just looks like he's carrying a cage now. And he doesn't have the arm weapons they usually store, I think, at the bottom. But again, he looks like a cage truck, like he's carrying livestock or something. I mean, where's the car carrier? And again, this retool of what was actually a decent inner Magnus does not look good. I mean, in fact, it looks downright ugly. My take on this, hopefully, is that I can use the Magnus from Siege with the leg arm upgrades from DK Studios and make him longer. I don't like the way this truck. I just don't like this. This doesn't look good. And it's also mistransformed, and that's not helping it either. I hope it's mistransformed, but no, it doesn't look good. So what I would do, I want to buy this because there's a few things that I want to point out about the armor mode of Magnus that, to me do look better than Siege. And let's look at those. So the first thing I want to point out is the details on the legs. They're a little more smoother, not as rigid, and they have some more circuitry-like details. The chest is very G1 Magnus, and the shoulder pylons are now more, looking like G1 Magnus. And the biggest thing I like is the head. The head kind of has those shades like he has in the G1 cartoon. He's still mistransformed here, but like I said again, if I can use my Magnus bot from my Siege with the DK upgrades, I would definitely use the armor from him and then just put it on to my Siege inner body Ultra Magnus. And and that's the only reason why I'm getting him, is that head sculpt, the chest, and the details is more smoothed out. With Siege, everything looked a little rough all around the edges and everything like that. And here's another picture of him again. He's got the Earthrise Megatron treatment as far as getting, redone into an Earth-style Ultra Magnus. I don't know about this one. He got a lot of likes on Dime Chalk's page, but a lot of people also weren't feeling it. I mean, and the packaging looks nice. Typical, same packaging, just now with the new Kingdom sort of Paleontolian cave-like background and backdrop. But now we get the Airrazor. And Airrazor looks really good. I mean, the details are very nice. It's the Airrazor that we all know and love. I've been a fan of Airrazor since Beast Wars. And like I said, for me, Beast Wars started with Season 2 in Transmetals. And then I doubled back to Beast Wars Season 1 through to a friend. And yeah, Airrazor was always one of my favorites. I love her look. And we'll get more into her Maximo mode in a moment. But take some time to look at the Beast Mode pics. Here's a very close-up shot of the head. Very nice. I mean, they're really doing a good job with details and really bringing out the feathery look of her alt mode, which is a hawk. And again, even though you can see, the details folded up, they're still doing a really, really good job. I'm not complaining about this at all. I love the fact that she could fold her wings down, just like a hawk perching, in a tree or something like that. That's going to be a cool pose to do if you want to put it on your shelf, yes, I would definitely do it like that. I love that. And in her robot mode, she always has that, Spartan warrior look, like somebody from Sparta, a female Sparta warrior. And I think that's what I like about her the most. And the details they given her are very nice. She really does. Wow, this is going to be one you should not leave on the shelf, especially if you like female robots and everything like that, or of a female gender. I mean, because we don't get that many in the toy line, so please don't, PC police, leave me alone. But I'm saying, like, my wife would probably dig this, a lot, because it's a female Transformer. She's got the missiles. The proportions are nice and sleek. I'm very impressed, and definitely will get one. Here's a few other pictures here with her, aiming the missiles. Very nice. And against this backdrop, everything just looks lovely. I love how they do the Kingdom pictures so far. And again, look at that head sculpt, that Spartan look. Amazing, just truly amazing. I give this one a 10 out of 10, and I don't have it yet. Now here comes the Velociraptor Beast Wars Dinobot, and he's got the toy look down pat. Yes, you can still see where the arms are, but I don't care. It's Dinobot. Who's not going to want Dinobot? Because I know if you don't want your Dinobot, I'll sure take them off your hands. And again, nice details, Velociraptor look. The proportions are much better than any of the releases we've gotten in the main line. Not counting Masterpiece, and of course Masterpiece is always going to be the better looking of the two. But this does look good for a main line. And the details in the face with the teeth and everything in the neck and everything, that really does look good. Look at the eyes, the details. Everything comes out just like if you were looking at an actual dinosaur Velociraptor. And even in the back, the way they got his neck, like that is, man, Hasbro, boy, you're pulling it out the park. You really know your fans love Dinobot. But here it is in glorious color. Now we get to see that weapon, and yes, he does have the two-piece weapon, the spiky. I always call it like a radar-looking weapon, and yeah, it's nice and sleek and slim. Now I feel better, because last night I wasn't sure what they were trying to do, but this looks really good. This looks like Dinobot. Everything on it, the orange helmet, and that's his head, but he always looks like a helmet to me. And then he always has that warrior look. He looks strong. He looks imposing. I mean, this is probably going to be, again, one of the toys that everybody's going to want to get. You're not going to want to leave this on the shelf. You better not leave this on the shelf. And look at that. Look at that pose, man. Looking like glorious. Almost kind of looks like he's doing a Randy Orton up here. Who's some Randy Orton fans in the house? I got the pose. I hope that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting from it. Yeah, he does look like Randy Orton. And again, he's holding, the sheet that I always call it a radar weapon, and that, spiky weapon, which, yeah, I would love third party give us a little more of a spikier looking sword weapon. And then him getting ready for battle like he always does, ready to come out and strike on everybody. It still looks good. Oh, man, I can't wait much longer. I gotta have this toy now. And we do have package pics of him. And, of course, these are much clearer. And, I mean, like, if you saw this in the store, you would buy this. There's no way you're going to leave this on the shelf. I mean, you're going to get this in. Everybody's going to get Dinobot. I mean, if you really hate Dinobot, I don't know. Something's wrong with you. You might need to have a talk. But his is one of my favorite characters in Beast Wars. And here's the back of the packaging, of course, and telling you the steps and the usual stuff. Nothing's changed, although the color of the weapon looks a little different in that picture there. But, like I said, third party, give us a little, more of a spikier sword weapon. So far, even though Ultra Magnus has been the least of my favorites, I'm still going to get him. Because I'm curious about using my Siege onto the body of him. Other than that, Airrazor and Dinobot look really good. So what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. I am impressed with Kingdom. Kingdom's impressed me more than Earthrise, believe it or not. I didn't know I was that much of a Beast Wars fan, but I guess I am. So again, my name is Super Robot Ed. I thank you for watching the videos. And have a great night, great day. And let's get to the weekend.